Goodbye.
No, not goodbye. When I wake up, I'll find you. And then there will be no lies. We're gonna be friends for real. Promise me, Naminé.
Kingdom Hearts Coded was originally released on the Japanese mobile phone system on November 18, 2008. A remake and improved version of the game came out on the Nintendo DS in Japan on October 7, 2010, and in America on July 11, 2011. Also, an HD cinematic movie of the cutscenes of the game was made and released as a part of the 2.5 HD remix. I'll be using this version when talking about the plot of the game. This game takes place a little bit after Kingdom Hearts 2. Finally, a direct sequel! Let's get to it. We then see Jiminy looking for his two journals, one from Kingdom Hearts 1 being blank, and the other being the events of Kingdom Hearts 2. The only thing written in the first journal is thank Naminé. Jiminy then spots a new message. Their hurting will be mended when you return to end it. He shows this to King Mickey, who says that they need to solve this mystery. They decide to bring out the data from within the journal to discover its missing context, with the assistance of Chip and Dale. When looking inside, a bunch of bugs swarm the computer, making it impossible to read the data. They use the data Sora inside of the journal to help fix the data. This Sora wakes up in the dive to the heart and decides to help Mickey on the other side. Chip and Dale leave the room to try and investigate a new problem. In the dive to the heart, Sora comes across a boy in a black coat, someone who wasn't there last time. Sora chases after the boy and comes across some Heartless, fighting them with the Keyblade. Sora then finds himself on Destiny's Island, where he goes about eliminating the bugs in the world. In the secret place, he hears a voice that says, "There's a road for the taking if you end our world's aching." When opening the door there, a bright light engulfs Mickey and the others. Sora then comes across a corrupted version of Darkseid and defeats it, being sucked into the Void of Doom. In Disney Castle, they see a new entry has been added to the journal. There are more hurts than the one that you have just undone. A video then appears and they see Riku on the destroyed island as the man in the black robe approach him. Riku smiles and a portal of darkness appears behind him. Sora finds himself in Traverse Town, where he is waken up again by Pluto. Sora goes about eliminating the bugs in this world and helps rescue Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Sora enters a new keyhole with the help of the Cloaked Boy and defeats a corrupted guard armor. Mickey and the others then get a new entry in the journal in a new video. We see that while Sora, Donald, and Goofy were meeting for the first time, Pluto wanders around the town. A portal of darkness appears before him and he jumps through it. Before they can discuss this, Heartless appear and they find him off. They go off to see what's happening in the castle, but they find that the door is locked. Another new entry in the journal appears. Undo the hurt to unbar the way. They decide to continue helping Sora in the journal, thinking that it might be connected. Sora finds himself in Wonderland and helps Alice regain her lost memories. He also defeats a corrupted trickster and eliminates the bugs in this world. Sora comes across the Cloaked Boy again, and Sora follows the Cloaked Boy and enters Disney Castle. The Cloaked Boy appears again and takes on the appearance of Riku. He then reveals himself to be Jiminy's journals, though I'm just going to refer him as Riku for the time being. Riku then reveals that he transported all of them into the journal to help solve its mysteries. However, a hacker appears that threatened to keep them trapped in a journal forever. Sora then travels on to go and help them. Sora travels to Olympus Coliseum and teams up with Hercules and Cloud to defeat a corrupted Cerberus, Hades as well. Sora then eliminates all the bugs in this world. We see that data recovery is at 10%. Sora then comes across Pete in the data world, much to the surprise of Mickey and the others. Pete runs off and Sora chases after him. Sora finds himself in a frozen Agrabah where he teams up with the genie to eliminate all the bugs in this world, defeat Jafar, and unfreeze the world. Data recovery is now at 30%. Sora comes across Pete again and Maleficent appears as well. Maleficent then breaks Sora's Keyblade and attacks him with Heartless. However, Riku and Mickey come in to save him. Pete tells them that he was sent by Maleficent to investigate the goings-ons of Mickey and the others, and that he ended up being transported into the journal along with the others. He summons Maleficent to him, and Maleficent decides that she can do with ruling these worlds. Back in the present, Maleficent captures Riku and takes him with them. Sora then finds that he can't summon the Keyblade anymore, and Mickey heads out to rescue Riku. Sora still decides to head out to help and finds himself in Hollow Bastion. He comes across Donald and Goofy, and they team up together to traverse the castle. Confronting Pete, Donald and Goofy become trapped, but Sora manages to free them by summoning the Keyblade again. Data recovery at 60%. Sora fights Pete and defeats him. Pete then summons a possessed Riku and he attacks Sora. Sora manages to defeat him though and returns the others with him. To help wake up Riku and turn him back to normal, Sora enters Riku to eliminate all the bugs. Sora travels to the different worlds again and manages to eliminate all the bugs inside of Riku. Riku gives his thanks and gives Sora some data that he attained from a mysterious source. Sora then goes to confront a corrupted version of Riku and defeats him. Data recovery at 90%. They return to the outside world and meet back up with Mickey and the others, them being able to make it back to the real world. The journal and the data starts to go back to normal, but we had learned that the memories of Sora of this adventure will disappear as soon as it does. Data recovery at 100%. A dark glitch is activated and they realize that Maleficent and Pete are still inside the journal. Sora goes to rescue them and comes across a transformed Darkseid, discovering that it's the Heartless that Sora became in Kingdom Hearts 1, and that all of the bugs and glitches must have come from it. Fending it off, the Darkseid then transforms into Sora's shadow. He defeats it and is almost knocked out, saved by Mickey. Together they defeat it, destroying the Heartless for good. Maleficent and Pete then leave the Datascape, and Mickey heads out as well. On the way out, Maleficent tells Pete that this Datascape reminds her of a book called the Book of Prophecies. It possesses the ability to predict events that have yet to take place. The book can also conjure up entire new worlds filled with people and powers that have yet to exist. They decide to search for the connection between the journal and the Book of Prophecies, planning to take control of the Datascape soon. Mickey says goodbye to Sora, and Sora leaves a message of thanks to everyone. In Disney Castle, Donald and Goofy talk about how they never did end up solving the mystery of the message. Riku then appears on the screen and tells them that a new world has opened up inside of the journal. They make a new Data Sora, though he doesn't possess any memories of the adventure. Mickey decides to head back into the Datascape to explain things to this new Sora. Sora wakes up in Traverse Town again and comes across Mickey. Mickey tells him that they need help in exploring the new world of the journal and answer the mystery of the message. Sora, feeling like he remembers Mickey, decides to help him. Sora travels to the new world, Castle Oblivion. Sora becomes separated as another Black Cloak boy appears, this one being the one that the previous Data Sora met in the dive to the heart in the beginning of the game. He tasks Sora with going through the world again, and each time he exits, he'll forget everything he did in there, with the boy saying that Sora can do whatever he wants in there. In Destiny's Island, Riku shows up and shows Sora a memory of his. In this memory, we see Riku on the clock tower in Neverland. He reaches his hand up to the moon and closes it. He then looks at a sleeping Kairi. Riku tells Sora that he showed him this because he wanted Sora to understand the concept of hurt. Sora is saying that he would do whatever he could to undo this hurt. After completing Destiny's Island, Sora forgets everyone he met there. The boy tells him that everything in the castle is just an illusion. After completing Traverse Town, Sora starts to feel hurt. This means though that he hasn't truly forgotten about everyone that he's met. After completing Wonderland, Sora tells the boy that he is hurting and that this will help him unlock his memories. After completing Olympus Coliseum, the boy tells Sora that because he accepted the hurt now owns Sora, and that the darkness will take him over. After completing Agrabah, the boy tells Sora that he can run if he wants to and be free from the hurt. With the help of Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, Sora chooses not to let go of the hurt and travels on. After completing Hollow Bastion, Sora tells the boy that he wants to keep the hurt and not run away from it, so that he'll always remember the things that are important to him. Thinking that Sora thinks that this is all a game, the boy attacks Sora with 2 Keyblades. The two fight, but Sora decides not to finish the boy off, as he senses an intense and sharp pain from the boy, and yet it feels familiar, as if both the boy and Sora are connected somehow, and share the same hurt. If he can save people, then Sora says that a little hurt doesn't bother him. The boy accepts this and gives up, giving Sora one last card. He tells Sora that he passed, and that he understands hurt. Sora needs to use this card to discover the truth. The boy then fades into Sora, and Sora has a feeling of home, friends, and a sunset. The boy's first and last summer vacation. Mickey catches up to Sora, and the two travel using the card together. In the new room, they come across a young Naminé, the data version from within the journal. Mickey tells Sora about a time when he lost his memories and that Naminé was the one who put them back together. Naminé then says that she is the reason that all of the bugs were inside of Jiminy's journal, and that all of this has to do with the sleeping memories that lay deep within Sora's heart, memories that belong to other people, saying that eventually Sora will have to wake up these memories. These are important memories, but they can be dangerous as well. The memories are painful, and if handled the wrong way, it could permanently damage Sora's heart. Naminé also explains that when she added the new memories into the journal, she also added the hurt. Fighting the bugs would help Sora learn to face the hurt that is contained in the memories. Sora chooses to accept the memories with the help of Mickey. Naminé starts to show them the memories of different people. She shows them Roxas, Xion, Axel, and herself. Sora says that something terrible must have happened, and Naminé says that they are all waiting for Sora, as he is the only one who can put an end to their hurt. She tells them that Diz hid something inside of Sora when he was asleep. Naminé then shows them Terra, Ventus, and Aqua, with Mickey recognizing them. Back in the room, Naminé tells Sora that they are all connected to him. Sora feels like he's met them, Naminé saying that he's met 2 of them, that being Terra and Aqua. But as for the third, Ventus, he shares a very special connection with Sora. Mickey says that he'll pass all this information onto the real Sora, so that he can awaken all these people from their sleep. Before they leave, Naminé tells Sora that this version of her would disappear, but by passing her message on to the real Sora, then both versions of Naminé will be at rest.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot. I have a message for you too. Thank you.
After the credits, we see Sora, Riku, and Kairi reading the contents of Mickey's letter. We finally hear that it tells them about the memories that sleep within them, and that will tie them to their future. He tells them that the people connected to them are hurting, and that Sora is the only one who can end their sadness. And finally, that the door to their next journey is about to be opened. After fulfilling certain requirements, you'll unlock a secret ending. We see Mickey and Yen sit in the mysterious tower. Mickey tells him that they are finally close to figuring out where Ventus's heart is. Which leaves only Terra, Mickey saying that they need to save all three of them. As Yen Sid ponders what Xehanort plans to do next, Mickey says that Sora already took care of his Heartless and Nobody. However, Yen Sid feels that with the destruction of his two halves, Xehanort will now be able to return. Mickey says that no matter what happens, together him, Sora, and Riku will be able to stop it.
Tell me, would a single one of you suffice if what you faced was not a single one of him?
What? What do you mean?
Mickey, please summon Sora hither. Riku as well.
Of course, but why?
To show us the mark of mastery.
And that's it, everyone! Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Practically the most filler of all the Kingdom Hearts games. However, we learned a lot of new information and finally learned what was written in Mickey's letter. But of course, now we have more questions that need to be answered. What is the Book of Prophecies that Maleficent was talking about? What data did Diz put into Sora while he slept? Will Sora be able to end the hurt of all of those connected to him? Will he and Riku be able to pass the Mark of Mastery? And what plans does Xehanort have up his sleeves? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. Tune in next time for Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. See you then.